Hey guys, we're back. I feel like it's been a while since I did a video. It feels like it for some reason. It's really only been a week, and there's so much to talk about. We're not going to talk about everything. Otherwise, it would be like an hour-long video, and nobody's going to watch that. So we'll just hit a few quick points in our review. We'll do our puppy picks, and move on with our lives. For some of you, this was a fantastic week. If you listen to my advice and guys on MLS Fantasy Boss, the Reddit page, double game weeks pay off. As you can see, especially in that first round of games, man, I had 70 points going into this past weekend before it even started. So I ended up with 118. I made Castillo my captain, who ended up with 12. I had Tierney. I had Woodbury, Hedges. Had a lot of guys that played twice, and it paid off for the most part. There are a couple guys that I'm a little worried for this coming week that are injured now. Deal with that in the next video. But it was a good week for fantasy for me anyway. Hope it was for you too. As far as just, MLS talk, some of the crazier things that happened this weekend. Let's talk about New York and New England. That game was nuts. I didn't actually get to see it, but Felipe got a red card. That, from what I hear, shouldn't have been a red card. But more noteworthy is the goal that New England did score. There's a lot of dispute about it just because there was a guy from New York that was injured on the ground, and New England kept playing. They went down the field, and they scored a goal. So New York's coach is calling it shameless and saying, the whole team saw that he was hurt. They should have kicked it out. Well, they didn't. The rule is if it's a head injury, the ref has to call it right away. Blow his whistle, ball stopped. But that was not the case. And you can never really tell if somebody's actually injured or not. That's the hard part about soccer. There's a lot of acting involved. I think it's my absolute least favorite part about soccer. It drives me crazy sometimes when people are rolling around, grabbing their ankle when they didn't even get touched there. It just bugs the crap out of me. But that's what happened, and you know what? I don't see a lot wrong with what New England did. They played on. They could. It was not shameless. But if you're a New York fan, I understand. I think you're justified in being a little bit upset. It was not classy. It was not cool. I'm sure the next time New England and New York play, it's going to be a very physical battle. May break out a fight somewhere at the game. I don't know. So anyway, there were a bunch of other red cards. Not a bunch, but a few. One, unfortunately, from my team, the Union, Warren Creavalle. I don't know what he was thinking, but he was already on a yellow card, and he made that absolutely atrocious tackle. I saw some comments that were saying, "Oh, that was fine, that was great." No, that was bad. It was from behind. Wasn't even really close to getting the ball. He tried to stop himself, but it wasn't something he ever should have done. He screwed up, and I think he deserved the red card. And that caused us to lose. I think we were looking pretty good up until that point, but happens. Toronto had an early red card. Giroux, didn't see what happened there. I'm coughing. Toronto had an early red card. A guy named Giroux. Nobody probably really has him on their team, so it's not a huge deal. Same with Creavalle, but Felipe maybe that might have screwed you up a little bit. Let's see. Another big note. Another bigger noteworthy thing to me anyway is that Kaká is back. So is Feilhaber. So these guys that were, not playing really yet this season, that this was their first week back, and both of them performed. Now Feilhaber's was a PK. I was kind of surprised he took it. I mean, they've got Dwyer, they've got Zusi, they've got Brad Davis. There's a lot of guys that could take it, and he took a good one. That's another thing I wanted to mention. When he took that kick, it was near the end of the game. They were down 2 goals. He made it, so they were down by 1. He charged into the net to get the ball, slide tackled when Antonello wasn't even looking. I feel like if it would have been during play, anywhere else out on the field, he would have gotten a red card for it. I just don't understand how you can get away with something like that. He almost killed Antonello. not cool in my book. Fail Hopper. I was a little upset to see that. But yeah, Orlando crushed Portland 4-1. Kaká had 2 assists. Unfortunately, Laren is injured, went out. Pedro Morales went out in their game. Diaz, I'm sure a lot of you are upset about Diaz because most of you probably made him your captain. You were like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get like 40 points out of my captain. But no, he decided to have an undisclosed injury, whatever that means. And now didn't even play the second game. So it's okay. He still got 12. That's not bad. So yeah, that was the week. That was the big things in my book. I'm probably missed something because I didn't get to watch as much as I want. We were babysitting my nephew. You don't need to know that, but that's what I'm telling you anyway. So we're going to do some puppy picks. Puppy picks did not go very well this week. She got 3 out of 9, which, I mean, again, it's a random, and even professionals picking don't generally even get to 50%. I kind of wish, like, the guys at MLS.com were doing that again this year. Like, Kobe Jones was a part of it last year. It was kind of cool because I would love to be able to compare puppies' picks with their picks. But instead of that, I think I'm going to start making my own picks just so she has something something to go against. It's not just you watching the dog pick teams because it doesn't matter if she's not going up against somebody else. So if she does better than me at the end of the season, you, the viewers, if you're still watching, are going to get to choose some sort of punishment. If I win, maybe a reward, but is there really a reward needed for beating a dog at choosing sports teams? No, not really. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll do it like every week, and if she wins, I have to jump in a bathtub filled with ice. I don't know. Shave my beard. You better not make me do that. I'd be mad. I'd quit right now. All right, so yes, let's roll the clip. your puppy picks, and here are mine. Well, that's it for us this week. I hope you all have a really good fantasy weekend. Hope you enjoy watching some soccer. Good luck and goodbye. Bye, puppy!